Hello and welcome back to the Agramatics Cloud Service video guide series. Today we'll be going over the Destinations tab within the Cloud Service and a little bit of extra detail, pointing out some fun stuff there. Make sure you've gone ahead and logged in at your cloud account at cloud.agramatics.com. Today I am logged in as our support account once again. It is a pro feature, a pro subscription enabled account, so we will have access to some extra features over the basic accounts. We will be pointing those along the way. So to begin, we will move over to our Destinations tab here. And the biggest difference that we're going to notice right off the bat between the Pro and the basic subscriptions is that how our data is organized. Pro subscriptions, all of your data between all of your users is kind of synced and combined, and everybody has access to the same stuff. Kind of as soon as you get into Wi-Fi and all that stuff synced, everybody can see it. Um, Basic subscriptions, all of the users are treated as separate databases. So if something is added or removed or changed on one user, it isn't necessarily reflected within everybody else. So if you're looking for something and it's not there, make sure you have the right user selected from your Users tab. And if you'd like all that data synced between multiple devices, it may be worth looking into a Pro subscription. But now that we're in here, we can see our destination group, and within those we will have our destinations. Fairly similarly to the Libre apps. Our destination groups here, if you have the Pro subscription, you also gain the ability to add and edit the data from your computer. So we can see that we can add a new destination group, it's named there. We could edit the name, and we also gain access to archiving. Archiving is a special sort of deletion where instead of outright deleting the data from your account, it is put into our archive tab here, so you can still see it at a later time. It still will be removed from your list, so you don't have to be scrolling through old destinations or old data, but it isn't outright removed. Similarly to how the folder structure works within the Libre app, you do have to, delete or archive at the lower levels of our folder structure before you can delete at the highest levels. By going into our destination group here, we are now in our destinations. So we can see we have a couple of destinations here, a couple bins. We can see that we are set to the current season. Some information you get here is the total amount of weight that is in your destination, and we can see that the carry forward option is turned on or off. If the carry forward option is turned off, whenever you are looking at the current season, weights from previous seasons will not go forward. If you have carry forward turned on, weights from any of the previous seasons will come forward into your current season. So if you empty your bins at the end of every season, you may want to turn this off. Otherwise, you can turn it on. It all depends on how your operation runs. If you are a Pro subscriber, you gain access once again to editing and adding via the web. So we can add a new destination here, edit and archive. And we also on this page gain the bulk transaction edit option. And this allows us to take all of the transactions from a current season, our currently selected season, and change something about all of them. For destinations, that means that we can move all of our transactions into a different destination and attribute them to them. It's not the same thing as an outgoing transaction. It just moves all of them, or an outgoing transfer, I guess. It moves all of the transactions, and it's not a transfer. For transfers, you'll have to drill a little bit further into our individual destination here, and this will also give us some extra information. We can see our incoming transactions here. It gives us some information on the time and date it was created, what user created it, and where it was created, as well as the dry and wet weights and volumes. We can see the crop that was put in, where it was put in from, and a little bit of the moisture, temperature, and test weight information there. If you are pro, you gain the ability to, once again, edit any information about the individual transactions themselves, you know, all that good stuff. You can also add a transfer manually. Um, so say I want to go from, I don't know why all this corn is in my bean bin. I guess I gotta talk to my workers about that. So we'll make a bit more sense here. We'll go to here and we can add a transfer. So say I want to move 5,000 pounds. We'll give that to him. Out of my corn bin and into my corn contract. I want to start working on that. And you can also change, say your moisture's gone down when you transfer out or whatever, has happened, and that'll edit some things as well here. And we can see now that we have a couple of outgoing transactions here. Those would be transfers into our corn contract here. We can see we have our incoming transactions there. That has been the Destinations tab on the Agromatics Cloud service in a bit more detail. For more instructional videos, app help, how-to guides, and troubleshooting tips, please visit our support page at support.agromatics.com.